Momentum always beats perfection. We want to make the wise choices fast. We don't want to miss takes in our lives. We don't want to suffer wrong routes. We all want to have a journey of smooth slopes without obstacles, which is the reason why we get to become perfectionists. We're trying to save ourselves from future consequences because we know how much it'll hurt if we make the wrong choices. But what if perfection is hurting you? What if the mind is beginning to destroy you? What if you're not happy and celebrating those tiny tries and victories? You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't have to figure everything out right now to be excellent later on. All things work for good to those who trust God. And God keeps on telling me before that I am a human and I make mistakes. I have shortcomings. And that was when I tried to be perfect with every single action that I take. I'm saying every single action that I'm able to spot at the moment. And we are the minds of our bodies. With our free will, for the fate that we'd want to be in, we can choose where we'd want to be in the future. And let me just state a Bible verse before we proceed to the next part. Proverbs chapter 19, verses 21. Many are the plans of men, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. Whatever you're planning to go, with your miniature power and hands, get the right information. Because you know that God is by your side and God will lead you to that part, to where you want to be. But let's just remember that whatever we try to do, God always has the last word. And let me just tell you that you are to get some research, gather data, information, opinions, facts, observe, learn the results and experiences from other people if you'd want to be to where you'd want to be in. Just have the right information, you know? Like, don't be indecisive to that moment where you won't even figure anything out of what you'd want to be or do. Life isn't a race, it's a marathon. We all have our own paces where we get to become the winner at this time, where we get to become the loser at this time, where we get to get faster, we get to be slower. It's different phases. We all will get that moment in our lives. If you just think and think, you know, you're not gonna get there. Because just start. Perfection isn't unattainable only in the mind. It requires, especially in the process of locomotive action, it requires for you to have work, to do some progress to that, so that you can move on to your next destination. If you just think and not express yourself and the ideas you produce, they'll never get physical. Our minds create the blueprints of our dreams, and God will work if it's in His favor, and you'll have it here on earth. Don't ever get stuck at a single place of gaining information. Move to the next, which is practice and the action. Then you'll excel more if you try to figure it out while doing so. I'm not stating you should rush into something like a madman just because you think that it's a good idea to do something. Discern and figure the step before stepping into it. There are things that I consider when I choose a decision based on my goal to be financially free. So in my mental mind, I discern the information, whether it's good or bad for me before I consume it. I take care of the information I consume when I actually like it and know that it's gonna be for my sake and for the benefit of others. And I take care of them very well by the Lord's grace of how the procedure that I do. And I be careful of what I learn and I nourish it. My physical, I work out, have a healthy diet, staying dehydrated, disciplined, and consistent because I'd want to be strong and get to that moment of my life where I actually see the moment where I'll be successful. And I just want to be healthy as I continue. In my spiritual, I pray continually to God, even as I move, even as I do something. I ask for direction in every decision. I stay grounded in His Word, and I learn to love people and others because no man is an island. We all need others' help. Especially, having friends is really cool and awesome. I mean, I know how that feels, but someday I will. These habits will get me to that goal. I will reach that by God's grace as it teaches me for the future actions which I should take toward that. Just build foundation with God, a foundation with direction and clarity. You don't have to complicate things, especially if you're just starting. Do what you know would get you there, which the Lord has given you at the moment the capacity to create something, whether it be small or big. And you'll make better decisions as you move further to that goal. Build that foundation on the rock, which is Jesus Christ, and it will not be broken by setbacks, mistakes, or any problems. You'll have to trust Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit, and especially yourself. Be confident so that you can make wise choices. God bless.